All right, today we're talking hoops. It is the Texas showdown between the San Antonio Spurs versus the Dallas Mavericks. Sorry, I forgot what city they were in. But before we get started, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bell, comment down below, guys, what you want to see next. And obviously, I just have the lineups here, what I think the lineups will be. You know, you couldn't see that. But as a starting point guard, I got Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell. Then at the 3, Keldon Johnson, and at the bigs, Harrison Barnes and Victor Wembanyama. Coming off the bench, Dylan Harper, Luke Cornett, Julian Champagny, Jordan McLaughlin, and Carter Bryant. I think they will start putting in the rookies because De'Aaron Fox is injured. Who is it? Kelly Olynyk is injured, and then there's a couple more. Like Lindy Waters, I think, is injured as well. With the Mavericks, I think they're going to go big again. I don't think they'll go small with D'Lo as a starting point guard, even though the NBA thinks so. I think they're going to put Cooper Flagg. Jason Kidd is going to put Cooper Flagg at the point, Klay Thompson at the 2, PJ at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, and then Derek Lively at the 5. Coming off the bench is obviously D'Lo, Max Christie, Najee Marshall, Dwight Powell, and Caleb Martin. I only put 10 players because I don't think they're going to go that deep. Why is that? Because it's going to be a hot, highly contested game where you want to see the stars play, right? And I think you're going to see a Victor on Cooper Flagg on Victor for some matchups. I'm not going to say the entire game, right? Obviously, you want Derek Lively or Anthony Davis on Victor Wembanyama. That's common sense. We all know this. But both coaches know what you're coming to see. You're seeing Victor, you're seeing Cooper, which Cooper I think should have been in San Antonio, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hot matchup, right? You have Victor, who pretty much can do anything on the court, right? You saw he's practicing his footwork. He's going to probably play more in the paint. He's not going to shoot threes like he did last year, like 8 a game or whatever it was. He's not going to do that this year. But I still think he's going to average those 25, 26, 27 a game without having to use all those threes, right? And I think Cooper is going to have more assists than he will for the rest of his career because he's going to play more of the point guard throughout the year. Excuse me. But I think the Mavericks are going to be a very, very good defensive team this year. I will put this out there. I don't think it was Nico Harrison's part of making it this good of a defensive team. Now, obviously, there's some credit to give, right? Obviously. But that little help that I will say that they got with Cooper Flagg, I think that will help them defensively. Klay, if he could still shoot, right? I don't think he's going to be the starter for the rest of the year. I think they might start leaning towards Max Christie. That's my opinion, obviously. I think that they will lean towards Max Christie because he is younger. Klay is starting to get, like, he's, 34 now? Off 2 very bad injuries. It's going to catch up to him. You already see it with Kevin Durant. It's catching up to him, like I said. And it's just a lot, right? But I mean, you're going to go to your rookies early and with the Spurs. Dylan Harper, I think, will be great for this year, and he's going to keep getting better. But I don't think he's going to be, an Anthony Edwards type where he's taking over the team, right? Obviously, he won't take over the team because Victor's there, but I don't think he's going to be more than, maybe a Manu that starts. Right? I don't think he's going to be much more than that, right? You already have the framework to make the Spurs dynasty, right? You have Stephon Castle, who has more defensive versatility than Tony Parker. You had Dylan Harper, who I'm not going to say he's going to be better than Manu, but he's going to be starting for you, right? He's going to be more like a Bruce Bowen type, I think, closer to that. Then you have Devin Vassell, who can play the 2 or the 3, which I think later on he will play the 3 if Dylan Harper What is it? If they don't want to start Keldon Johnson, they might move him down to the 3 and then put Julian Champagny in there. But I'm saying what I want. but yeah, I mean, and you look at the benches, the Mavericks have the deeper bench, right? There's no question about that. You don't even have Kyrie yet because he's still, covering ACL. And what is it? And then hamstring for De'Aaron Fox. So you're missing your two best guards in this game. So now you have to go to your 2 best bigs, Cooper Flag and Victor Wembanyama. That's the matchup we want to see, right? So now we're going to talk about it. So Victor, like I was saying, he's going to get 3 blocks, at least this game. 3 blocks. That's my opinion, but it's going to be proven fact tonight. Cooper Flag, he's going to play ISO, right? He's going to look pretty much like he did in the Summer League, like he didn't belong there. He was way too good for it, right? But I think he's going to get a wake-up call. Here's how I think so. He's going to get some hard fouls. You have Carter Bryant, who I think has some experience against him, or at least against players like him, types of players. I'm not saying it's exactly who he's gone against. Types of players like Cooper Flag in college and whatever. One of the best defensive players there. Probably going to be taking the place of Jeremy Sohan whenever he comes back. I think he'll take that place. Unless he develops a 3-point shot, then they can play alongside each other. But you can only have one. I'm trying to beat around the bush here. I don't want to call who's going to win, though. You know what? We're going to call it. I think the Mavs are going to win. Shocker. I'm not a Spurs fan. Shocker. But no, I think Dallas will win tonight. But it's going to be, I think, another thriller. I'm not going to say an instant classic like everybody goes to. Like, oh my God, it came down to the wire. It's an instant classic. No, it's not going to be like that. But I think it's going to be a great game to watch. So you should watch it tonight. I think it's on ESPN, I think. I'm not gonna pay that money. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. Mavericks are going to win. I think it's going to probably be 123 to 119. Probably going to go with the under. But that's going to be my prediction. Mavs are going to win by 4.5 if you want to do, the betting odds, whatever. But yeah, that's my opinion. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, comment down below, guys, what you want to see next. And yeah, come back with y'all tomorrow with the results for this game, and then I forget what the other game. I think it's Knicks versus whoever. But I'll get back to y'all on that tomorrow. So see you guys later. Peace.